Good afternoon, all of you. I am Vinay Pandit, Assistant Professor Mechanical Engineering Department, Indira Gandhi Engineering College, Sagar. And my topic of presentation is classification of fluid machines. Okay, so objective of this session is, after this session you will be able to know what is fluid machine, and then after you can describe the classification of fluid machine. Okay. So firstly, my question is, what is fluid machine? What is fluid machine? What is meant by fluid machine? Very good. There are two words, fluid and machine. So if we go word by word, what is fluid? Fluid means anything which can flow. Okay, it may be liquid or it may be gas. And if we are talking about machine, so machine may be simple or it may be very complex, like human body. So मुझे एक स्टोरी याद आ गई जो कि मैंने सुनी है हमारे सर से, उसको अपने वर्ड से बताना चाहूँगा कि in very primitive days when we are going, okay, a person is going on a road and some apples are laid down over the ground. He just collected that apple and he consumed that apple. He उसने उसको क्या करा? उसने उसको मार्केट में बेच दिया. ठीक है? तो पहले उसने क्या किया? उसने एप्पल लिए, उनको उसने खाया. उसके बाद में क्या किया? उसने उस एप्पल के बदले दूसरी चीज लेना चालू किया. उसके बाद में क्या हुआ? Some of the apples are also out of his reach, which are there on the branches. कुछ जो एप्पल थे जो कि उसकी पहुंच से दूर थे, तो उसने क्या किया? उसने अपने हैंड्स को स्ट्रेच किया. He just stretched his hands to collect that apples. जब उसने वो एप्पल कलेक्ट कर लिए, उसके बाद में क्या था? कुछ और एप्पल बच गए थे जो कि और ज्यादा दूरी पे थे. तो उसने क्या किया? वो एक लेके आया हेकड़ी. ठीक है? उसने एक टूल बनाया. टूल बना के उसने उन्हें भी गिरा दिया. तो ये क्या है? मशीन इज बेसिकली 3 इडियट्स हमने देखी है ना, जिप अप एंड डाउन, इट इज मशीन. ओके, सो सिंपल थिंग, मशीन सिंपल भी हो सकती है, कॉम्प्लेक्स भी हो सकती है. फ्लूइड मशीन मींस वर्किंग फ्लूइड, जो वर्किंग सब्सटेंस जो है वो है फ्लूइड. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट टू दी क्लासिकल डेफिनेशन. हमारे सर जो है, हमारे सर जा रहे हैं बाइक लेके पहाड़ के ऊपर जा रहे हैं और ऊपर जाके फिर हमारे सर नीचे आ रहे हैं. कुछ प्रोसेसेस जो हैं वो स्पॉन्टेनियस होती है. ओके, सम प्रोसेसेस टेक प्लेस इन वन डायरेक्शन, सम प्रोसेसेस आर स्पॉन्टेनियस. तो ये जो है ये सब नेचर में होता है. तो फ्लूइड जो है वो बहुत आश्चर्यचकित कर देने वाली चीज है. क्यों? क्योंकि उसको हम लेके गए हम लो रिजर्वायर से हाई रिजर्वायर पर फ्लूइड को ऑटोमेटिकली लेके नहीं जा सकते. ठीक है? तो डेफिनेशन ये है, fluid machine is a device which convert stored energy in the fluid into mechanical energy, or vice versa. It means that mechanical energy can be converted into stored energy. To store some kind of energy into the fluid, we can use fluid machines, as in case of turbine or in pump. Okay, next. So, stored energy in fluid. In what form energy can be stored in the fluid? So, the fluid is in rest or fluid is in motion. Okay? In rest condition, there must be some intermolecular energy. It means energy which is associated at the molecular level. And potential energy, because of placing the fluid from one reservoir to a higher reservoir in some conservative gravitational field, we require that is called potential energy. Okay? Fluid in motion, so kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, when fluid is flowing, then there should be some energy because of the velocity. It is called kinetic energy. So these are the form of energy which we consider when fluid is at rest and when fluid is in motion. Now coming to the classification. Okay, so there should be some basis over which we can classify various type of fluid machines. So what are those bases? Okay. Firstly, direction of energy transfer. Okay, so some devices are power producing device and some devices are power absorbing device. स्टीम, स्टीमिंग। ठीक है, इनके एग्जाम्पल लेके हम देखेंगे कि क्या है क्लासिफिकेशन किस तरह से। ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले बात करें टरबाइन की। ठीक है, टरबाइन की। तो टरबाइन में क्या होता है? टरबाइन जैसा कि आपको पता है, जैसा हमने समझाया कि अभी डैम हमने देखा था डैम। सो इन डैम वी स्टोर वाटर एंड देयर आर लार्ज साइज ऑफ pipe and after that there is some nozzle and from the nozzle water is coming out and it is striking over the bucket. Okay, so it is ultimately rotating and because of the rotation generator will run and because of that electricity will be produced. So we observe mechanical energy in the form of rotation of shaft. So it is a power reducing device, power absorbing device. As you know, in every home there is a roof. Over that roof there is a tank, and if we have to place water from the lower reservoir to the higher reservoir, we require some device that is called pump. So pump is the power absorber. Fluid use. What kind of fluid is used? Okay, if we are using liquid like water, oil. So if we are using water, then we call it hydraulic turbine. Okay. If you are using gas, steam or air, then you call it gas turbine, steam turbine, air turbine. Okay. Now, principle of energy transfer. Principle of energy transfer means what is the operation, what is actually taken place in the machine. So there must be two type of machine, turbo machine and displacement type of machine. Our steam engines are displacement type of machine. Okay, we firstly steam is coming out, steam is generated from the boiler, and from the boiler it is coming into the steam engine, and as steam is going inside the engine, it works against some resistive force. So ultimately there is change in boundaries, there is some change in boundaries. So it is called displacement type of machine. Turbo machines means, as you know, in every type of machine there must be some rotating part and there must be some static part. As in case of this simple type of machine, there is nozzle and here there is some rotor. So both rotation of there is rotation of rotor with that continuous flow of fluid. So dynamic action of the fluid, because of the dynamic action of the fluid, the energy transfer takes place. So such type of machine is called turbo machines. Okay. Now next slide. Turbine. Pause for it. वीडियो को देख के आप समझ सकते हैं कि नोजल क्या है? नोजल एक थर्मोडायनेमिक डिवाइस है जिसका काम क्या है, जो हाई प्रेशर पे जो लिक्विड आ रहा है उसको हमको क्या करना है, हमको उसको हाई वेलोसिटी फ्लूइड के फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना है। तो नोजल क्या है? अल्टीमेटली द फ्लूइड व्हिच इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ द नोजल हैविंग हाई वेलोसिटी, सो it is coming out in the form of jet, and when it is impinging over the bucket and it is flowing through the bucket, our bucket is moving. Okay, so here you can see steam is gliding over the bucket. As it is gliding over the bucket, some centrifugal force, some forces is acting on the bucket, and because of that it is moving. The resultant of these all these forces is taken place in one direction. Okay, because of that it is rotating. Okay. Now, now there are some exercise for you. Okay, I am showing you some figure, and you have to put it into particular glass. Okay, so here what is that? This is the turbine. Simply a turbine. There is some static part, and here it is a rotating part. Okay, so jet of water is coming and it is striking over the bucket. So it is power absorbing type or power producing type machine? Very good. Power producing type of machine, because ultimately it is rotating, and rotation of the shaft that can be prescribed by the mechanical rotation of shaft against some load that can be prescribed mechanically. Next, this is pump. Okay, here this is the eye of pump. As it is rotating, some vacuum is generated in the suction pipe, and because of that it pressurizes the water, and then it is pressurized water is going in higher reservoir. Okay, so we are using word pump for liquid. If we are using gases, then what will be the device? Compressor. This is steam engine. Okay, so steam is coming and it is working against some piston. Okay, so this is power producing units. Next, what is that? ये चीज क्या है? ये क्या है? पंखा है। पंखे का क्या काम है? क्या काम है? पंखा जो है वो power absorbing device. We have to increase the velocity of the air. We have to transmit higher velocity air throughout the room. Okay, that's why we are using it here. So it is a power absorbing device. Okay. Next one is, what is that? ये क्या चीज है? Blower. Blower भी क्या है? एक तरह का power absorbing device. इसमें क्या होता है? क्या होता है इसमें? वेरी गुड, प्रेशर आता होता है, वेलोसिटी होती है, ठीक है? तो इस तरह से आपने ये कुछ डिवाइस देखे भी और आपने समझा भी कि फ्लूइड मशीन होता है, ठीक है? मैंने इसको क्लासिफाई करके आपको बता दिया, ठीक है? आप लोगों के लिए एक टास्क है कि आप लोगों को अलग अलग क्लास के, यहाँ पे मैंने आपको कुछ डिवाइस बताया, 4-5 डिवाइस दिखाए, इस तरह कई डिवाइसेस, तो आपको हर एक क्लास में के 2 डिवाइस हो रहे हैं वो सर्च करने हैं, और आपको जो मैंने हर क्लास में डिवाइस जो बताई है उसको आपको फर्दर सब डिवाइड भी करना है। जैसे कि टरबाइन है तो उसको हम किस तरह से फर्दर सब डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, पंप है उसको हम किस तरह से सब डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? थैंक यू।